There comes a point in your journey where the crowd thins out. Slowly at first, then all at once, the people who used to cheer for you, who once claimed to support your goals, begin to drift away. Maybe they got tired of your ambition. Maybe your intensity made them uncomfortable. Or maybe they never truly believed in you in the first place. They start calling your vision unrealistic, your grind unhealthy, your discipline obsession. They don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the mental battles you fight just to keep moving forward. To them, you're not a warrior. You're a threat to their comfort zone. And as their voices fade, you're left with one chilling realization. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to hand you greatness. And for the first time, you're forced to confront the weight of your goals with nothing but your own two hands. But this moment, this silence, is where the real transformation begins. When no one believes in you anymore, that's when you're free. Free to stop performing, free to stop waiting, free to build in complete darkness. This is where the weak quit and the strong rise. You stop trying to prove them wrong and start proving yourself right. Every doubt they cast becomes fuel. Every time they walked away, they gifted you with something better than support. They gave you space to grow without limits. You no longer need their validation, their encouragement, or their applause. You've burned the boats. You're not doing this for recognition. You're doing this because you refuse to die average. And when you finally rise from the shadows, unrecognizable and unshakable, the same people who doubted you will whisper about how you did it. But they'll never understand because they weren't there when you did it alone. You've been lying to yourself, telling yourself you're just waiting for the right moment, the perfect plan, or that you're not ready yet, but deep down, you know the truth. You've gotten soft. You've let comfort become your new normal. You hit snooze because the bed is warm. You skip the workout because it's raining. You avoid the hard conversations, the hard workouts, the hard decisions, because they make you uncomfortable. But here's the reality. Comfort is a slow death. It doesn't kill you instantly. It chips away at you, piece by piece. It makes you forget what it feels like to struggle, to fight, to earn something with blood, sweat, and sacrifice. And the scariest part, you've gotten used to it. You've adapted to ease like it's oxygen, and now discomfort feels like drowning. But that's where the real work is. That's where growth lives. You have to rewire your brain to crave discomfort. Comfort has tricked you into believing you've made it, even though you haven't scratched the surface of your potential. You talk a lot about goals, but your actions expose your truth. You'd rather feel good than get better. You want to grow, but you don't want the pain that comes with it. You want the reward without the suffering. But that's not how greatness works. Growth lives in the tension, in the early alarms, the sore muscles, the lonely grind, the skipped parties, the hard choices. Comfort doesn't push you, it traps you, it numbs you. And the longer you live in it, the further you drift from who you could be. So if you're serious, if you're really trying to evolve, then it's time to wage war on comfort. Not just once, but every single day. Wake up when it hurts. Move when you don't feel like it. Do the work no one sees. Why? Because comfort is killing your edge. If you want to become something rare, something legendary, you have to suffer on purpose. You have to build a life where comfort is the enemy. Look around you, listen closely. What do you hear? People talking more than they do. People making excuses instead of owning up. People selling for good enough, clocking in and out of life on autopilot. You're surrounded by mediocrity. And the worst part is, it doesn't always scream, it whispers. It tells you, relax, you've done enough today. It says, why go so hard? No one else is. It infects your standards. The people closest to you normalize laziness, justify quitting, and shame ambition because it reminds them of what they're not doing. And if you're not careful, if you don't consciously resist it, you'll start thinking like them, acting like them, becoming them. Mediocrity is contagious, and most people don't even know they're infected. They're walking around with dead dreams, blind to their own potential, and they'll convince you to live that same half-life. But here's the truth. If you want to be great, you can't let mediocre people set the bar for you. You've got to elevate your standards, and that means cutting emotional weight. It means walking away from people who don't challenge you. It means standing alone when no one wants to put in the same effort. because their comfort should never become your ceiling. Stop looking for validation in a room full of people who've already quit on themselves. They don't get it. They can't get it because they've never pushed far enough to feel that pain, that hunger, that drive to be uncommon. Mediocrity hates excellence. And the moment you start rising, people will try to pull you back. They'll tell you you've changed, that you're obsessed. Good. Take it as a sign you're on the right path. You're not supposed to fit in. You're supposed to outgrow them. So don't water yourself down to make average people feel comfortable. Raise your standards. Sharpen your mindset. Move with purpose. Because greatness isn't found in crowds. It's forged in isolation, surrounded by resistance, fueled by discipline. If you want to be different, you better stop thinking like everyone else. There's a moment in every journey where your body's screaming, your mind is breaking, and everything inside you says quit. That's the wall. No one's there to catch you. No spotlight, no music playing, no one's checking in. It's just you, standing face to face with that voice in your head that's been running this show your whole life. The voice that says, you've done enough. That whispers, no one would blame you for stopping. This is where most people fold. They don't fold because they're weak physically. They fold because they never stood in this place alone. Because when it gets real, when the pain cuts deep, when you've got no gas in the tank and no one's coming to help, that's when your character gets exposed. You start to see who you really are when there's no backup plan, no support system, no cheering section. Just you, the grind, and the choice. Break or break through. This is the part no one glamorizes. The pain, the tears, the long nights when your body is broken and your spirit is tested. But here's the truth. This is where the uncommon are born. When you hit the wall alone and keep moving anyway, not for approval, not for attention, but because you're building a mind that refuses to surrender. That's when you separate. Everyone wants to be great until it's time to suffer without applause. To keep showing up when it's cold, when it hurts, when no one even notices. But if you can learn to live in that space, that brutal, silent battlefield, you'll find something no one can take from you. True inner strength. And once you've been to that place, once you've bled in that darkness and kept going, you become dangerous. Because you know now, pain can't stop you. Loneliness can't break you. The wall isn't the end, it's just the beginning.